Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dillion XL. You are tuned into another rendition of 716 Live TV. This is the livest show on the planet, y'all. This is where it goes down with local artists from all across the world. We bringing them out the studio, off the stage, directly to you. Here with me, I got my man, Abstrakt Alias. What's up?
What's good, man? Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate
No doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt. So we've been checking out your music, your Twitter, your links and everything. Getting into your sound and everything, and I read your bio that you sent, and you said something really interesting. You said you're mixing a sonic. What? Put it in your own words. I don't want to mix up your words.
Basically, I want to mix just like the lyricism of East Coast rap, and just like also bring just like the just flow and melodicism of just like trap rap and like the the newer shit that you hear these days, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of artists is like either super lyrical but they don't know how to make a song,
right? Or
like you're super catchy but you don't know how to spit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I like to bring the best of both worlds, try to make the something new and something creative out of it, you know what I mean? I feel like one of the only like artists who've been able to like balance it too, probably like major artists is probably Wayne.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Probably Lil Wayne, definitely. Like he's been like he has like straight bars and like he's like still has like really lit like content. You know what I mean? So
word. So I'm feeling it, and then the beat selection as well as what you have is just it all works together. It all correlates really well. So let everybody know where you from.
All right. So originally I'm from Queens, right? I was born in Queens.
Shout out to Queens.
Family from Jamaica. You know what I mean? Came here. Pretty much when I was like before I was born. And then I moved to Long Island in high school, and then I moved out here for college.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and I just pretty much like love Buffalo and like love the vibes and just love the whole culture that we got going on here.
Thank you.
Just, decided
Yeah,
to.
that's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah.
A lot of I noticed a lot of like people with Caribbean roots. It seems like their parents moved to New York.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm sure you talk to your parents and stuff about that, no?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they definitely know like a lot more people in I think it's because they moved here because like they knew people in Queens and like they definitely just wanted to like get a good life for us and shit like that.
Yeah, of course,
and,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's because I'm specifically from Jamaica, Queens, so I'm wondering maybe there's a connection from there. Maybe, maybe they subconsciously want to go.
They hear it like, okay, Jamaica, Queen. All right, let's try there first because it's Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of Jamaicans in Jamaica. Like it's true.
Yeah,
what I say. So.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
So being with your Jamaican roots and everything, does that affect your music? Like, does that affect you sonically? Like as far as like when you're recording or even the writing process? Like growing up, did you hear that reggae? Yeah,
definitely. I'd say, I definitely heard a lot of like dance hall.
Yeah.
Growing up, a lot of reggae. My mom used to love Shaggy back in the day. I don't know if you remember Shaggy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my father's Jamaican, so I grew up on all of it too.
Word,
the Sting videos and all that.
Word, yeah.
Word.
I just recently started getting more into like my roots and more into like reggae and shit like that. And like one artist I really like I vibe with is probably Garnett Silk. He's like
Is this a newer artist?
No, he's from like the 80s. He's like like way back when. He unfortunately like R.I.P. to him, but like he passed away trying to save his mom from a fire, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy.
So yeah, he's like, but his music is like really soulful. Like I remember hearing it, like I had to like search it up recently and like learn all about him. Like he's a really good artist, and just like I just love the whole like everything that's going on in Jamaica, it's the whole scene and everything like that. Word. And one thing I like about dance hall is that like everybody likes to jump on everybody's beats, what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I like that's one part I like about hip hop. Like I like to hear like a dope beat and I like to like hop on it and like just try to destroy the rapper who tried to like rap on it before then,
Right.
What I mean? So I feel like it's a bit of a challenge for me, you know what I mean? So that's what I like about it.
Exactly, yeah, that's dope. So the name Abstrakt Alias, what's the connection with that?
Well, basically, I just always try to like I don't know. I try to make my lyrics as like not really, I guess, not as abstract as possible, but more like try to make you like think twice about like what you're hearing. You know what I mean? Like try to think it like make it like have a double entendre, but like there's 3 different meanings to it. You know what I mean? Like I try to like you know what I mean. And then Alias, like I mean, I just thought it was a cool name, really, to be honest. Like, it was like that's part of it, really. Like Abstrakt Alias, it just sounds.
He was like, you know what? It got a ring to it. I'm gonna keep it in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope though. So I mean, I know that you just mentioned something. You said when you know making songs and stuff, you like to be abstract with it and like double entendres and different meanings and stuff. Is that something that affects your music a lot? Like when you go into like your writing process, do you think, well, let's see, I don't want to be super metaphorical. I still want to make something where everybody can resonate, but I don't want to like water myself down too much. Is that like a battle that you have when you're writing?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like, I mean, if I could have my way, I'd go like straight lyrical, just like 100% straight bars. But like, that's not gonna 100% like catch on today. You know what I mean? So like I try to like mix it up, try to like try to find my own style in this own climate. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's definitely a big thing in my writing process. I'm gonna try to see if like I can like make it sound as lit as possible, but like so that like if you're not really listening, you'll still like won't think it's that weird. But like if you really looking for lyrics, there's something there for you.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
So
yeah, because that's something that's really scarce nowadays is the heavy lyrical content. Yeah. But I mean, it's something for everybody. But what I do notice is you get some artists who could go there. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick Lamar is one of them. Like he could give you like heavy lyrical content, and it still could like cross over to like a club song or a pop song, something popular and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's definitely like I would definitely say one of the like on the forefront of like being lyrical, but also being able to like cross over. Swim in the pools. That's the biggest example of that, bro. Like seriously, like if you listen to it, it's just like it sounds like a party song, but like if you listen into it, it's like about like peer pressure and like
exactly
overdoing shit, and
you could get two meanings out of it. I feel like if you at a party or if you were in a club or something and you listening to like Kendrick Swimming Pools and like just the hook, like if you focus on the hook, it's real wavy and you could just like vibe out to it and dance or whatever. Or even if you're just the type of person that listens to music for like an effect personally, you can get that out of it too. So that's dope. That's,
100%.
Yeah, word. So going into all your roots and stuff and your lyrical content and everything, is it a pressure to kind of stay grounded as far as like being creative, or is it something that just you just let it come naturally?
I mean, I guess a little bit of both, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I do want to like go like all crazy and like go as experimental as possible and like let all my influences in and like let it show like, hey, like I'm into some weird shit, but like I can make it sound dope as hell. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to go like 100% and do that, but like I know that's like hard for like newer artists to do. If you have like a more established fan base, it's a lot easier to be like, make some dope shit and have everybody love it because they already know who you are.
Right.
So like I definitely want to like ease into that like later into my career, just like get more into like what influences me, what like really drives my music and like what drives like me to create in the first place. You know what I mean? So,
do you do live performances at all?
No, not yet. I'm trying to plan that soon. Definitely. Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times artists get the feel of the energy of their fans from like live performances.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because it's one of my friends who's an artist, and she always thought that her music was like really like kind of not boring, but she always was like, I kind of make elevator music. And she was like, I like it and I connect to it and everything, but I don't think it would be popular because people don't get like lit to it. But she performed live, of course, in her local hometown. And she performed live, and like people was actually lit to her lyrics, and it started to the energy was like transferring, and it started to get to her too. You know what I mean? So that's that's just something. That's just little knowledge that you never know how people might take the music that you do and everything. But
that's true. Let me just interject.
Go ahead.
No, definitely, because like I definitely see like in like the Buffalo, just the Buffalo audience, like everybody's like definitely has like very distinct like music taste. Like I always come out here to concerts, bro. Like it's crazy. Like I see the crowds like it's very like different. Excuse me, different like just different crowds of people, just like and like everybody shows up. You know what I mean? Like there's a big crowd like for like just like the most obscure shit that you think nobody would like. Like people love it. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about Buffalo. Very artsy, very like open minded. You know what I mean? So
real artsy, kind of eclectic crowd, I could say. Yeah. And I'm glad that it's getting like that because for a while I didn't think it was like that at all. I thought a lot of people was one track minded until I started to expand the areas that I was going to. You know what I mean? So even if you going on the on Buffalo's west side, like to those places, You find a lot, even if you go to like the metropolitan areas like downtown Allen, you'll find, places like that where they do like open mic nights and poetry and stuff like that. And it's always a good balance. You know what I mean? It isn't too much of anything. It's always like a great balance. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So I know that you said you get a lot of your music influences from New York artists.
Yeah.
You mentioned Wu-Tang and, so that's
I literally, honestly, almost came in here with the Wu-Tang shirt today. Honestly, to be real, yeah.
Man, you should have rocked it. Come on. We mess with the Wu up here. Shout out to Wu-Tang.
Definitely.
Yeah, word. So when you look to, older artists as, some as influence, you know what I mean? And then you want to appeal to a younger audience as well. Is that how do you find the balance in between?
I mean, it's definitely hard to say. I mean, like just listening to like 36 Chambers, like there's nothing else like it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I mean, the beats were gritty. Like it was just a different time. Like they definitely just like captured a moment. You know what I mean? And like I think for me personally, I'm trying to like also in my own way try to capture a moment, try to capture a vibe that I feel like is coming out of hip hop right now. Try to like capture like lightning in a bottle, I guess you could say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try to like put my own spin to it. Try to like have like if ODB was listening to this, I want him to be like proud of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So like that type of shit. Like I want to be able to like cross like different paths that way. You know what I mean? So
right. So do you think that hip hop is moving in a direction for the better, or do you think it's just another, because some people think it's going down and some people think, well, you know what, hip hop is ever changing and evolving, and this is just another page in it's just another chapter in a book. How do you feel about like hip hop today?
I mean, that's the thing though, because like I feel like hip hop is like it goes back and forth. You know what I mean? Hip hop it comes in cycles. You know what I mean? Like if you saw like earlier in the decade, if you saw like who was like coming up, everybody was like super lyrical. Who's like 2010 to like 2013, like who's coming up? Odd Future, Chance the Rapper, Joey Badass, dudes like that. Like
Schoolboy Q,
yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, all those guys.
Exactly, yeah. It was like a lot more lyrical, and like I guess nowadays, it's a lot more like more about the vibe, more about like being lit and stuff like that. And like even before then, like think about like back in 2007, who was lit? Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So like it definitely goes in cycles, and like back when like the South had like was like big like dominating New York hip hop, they had like crunk and shit like that, and like that wasn't lyrical. Like Lil Jon, Lil Jon was lyrical, bro. Like come on, so like definitely hip hop goes in cycles, and you just gotta just like find your lane or just like learn how to adjust.
You know what? That's interesting that you say that, because I never thought about it in that way. But it does. Now, since you said that it goes in cycles and it goes like back and forth, that's true. Yeah. That's true. I think now people think so much like that it's so different. I think like the saying like ain't nothing new under the sun, or the game ain't changed, just the players. And I think that it is kind of the same, but I feel like now everything is just more widely broadcasted, of course, because social media, everybody got a smartphone. You know what I mean? So it's like you just see more of it now, and it's kind of like hip hop fused with like pop culture now. You know what I mean? Definitely. So that kind of added a different flavor, because when you drop a 16 back, let's just say back in the 90s, you dropped the 16 on somebody's track, everybody listening to your 16, and that's the main source of how you felt, period. You know what I mean? Right. Whereas now, after you drop the 16, everybody want to hear that, and now they're going to your Twitter because they want to hear if you're tweeting about it.
Or it's
exactly like how you feel about it. They asking other MCs how they feel about it. So, I mean, I think it's, to me, I think it's a important time in hip hop, to be honest, because now it's like people got to show more face now. You know what I mean? And whatever you're rapping about, you gotta hold true to your lyrics, or whatever you're not rapping about, hold true to that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I forgot who said it, but they said I think they were like some like LA rappers or some shit. Like they started way back in the day, and they were like talking about like, oh, if we were to come up in today's climate, like we wouldn't be able to. It's like we'd have to do some like crazy fuckery, some like dumb shit to like get noticed. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like. So I definitely see where they're coming from with that, because like times have definitely changed.
Definitely, because people's attention spans and everything. Because you could drop like the dopest mixtape of the year, you know what I mean, and it could be a lot of built up anticipation. You could drop it and it's like, oh shoot, and then all of a sudden Kanye West breaks up with Kim Kardashian publicly, and now all the attention is taken off your mixtape. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people feel like, oh well, I gotta kind of, along with the music, I gotta kind of have gimmicks or antics with it.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a part of it. I mean it's definitely. I think I saw like a comment somewhere that said like, oh, like the quickest way to get famous is if you need like a face tattoo, you need some, I don't know, some other stuff. Like you need like songs that are like under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You need like like a bunch of other stuff, and like oh yeah, you need to color your hair some crazy color or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just think it's funny, you know, like you know, what works or like what gets the most attention these days. You know what I mean? So.
And then like time repeats itself, because even once like us, like the younger generation, it's like once we get older, and then our children and their children is like listening to music and stuff that we might not be able to relate to. We might be like, it's not like how it was back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yo, you remember Nicki Minaj?
Right. Oh, yeah, she ain't got it like how Nicki had it. Or,
man.
You ain't hear Lil Wayne. He don't spit like Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because that's what our parents say and their parents say. You know what I mean? Because I always tell people when hip hop first came in, a lot of people wasn't as receptive to it.
True.
You know what I mean? A lot of people were calling the Wu-Tangs and the Biggies and the Pacs and the Nas, they were calling them garbage talk. You know what I mean? And these are people that we hold in high esteem. Like, these are the cornerstones of hip hop. You know what I mean? And a lot of people was like, no, this is bad for our children. They're the thieves and the pimps and the thugs of stage, and they should be banned and all this other stuff. So it definitely started somewhere, and it evolved even more. You know what I mean? I feel like you got some people who genuinely love hip hop and who can, you know, use it as a tool, and then you got people that just want to, you know, make profit off of it.
Oh yeah, 100%, definitely. Yeah. I mean, you could see that straight through. Like, that's the thing. Like, you could like see right straight through them. Like, I mean, like, you know, Riff Raff.
Yes.
Like, come on, bro. Like, like, look at him, bro. Like, you can tell what he's in it for, bro. Like, you know, he's not about like. He's not about the culture, like, at all. You know what I mean? So? Not at all. Like, he's just like some, you know, joke, really. Like, to be real, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he's just like, he looks like a character. I mean, to be real, you know what I mean? Like, he looks like a cartoon character. Yeah. So
that's how a lot of people felt about the Iggy. Iggy is
yeah.
A lot of people felt like that about her too. Saying this isn't serious. This is a joke. What, an Australian rapper? What? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it was what was it? Like, a lot of people said like she was like fabricated and shit like that. Like, T.I. wrote for her and stuff like that. And like, that to me is not hip hop. Like, you can't be an artist and not write your own shit. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because like, as for me, like, because like me, like, I came up from like, you know, buying mics from like Radio Shack and like with my like old ass computer trying to like record shit off of beats I stole from YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, so like, and like I try to like come up with the tightest shit. Like, you can't go to like, you can't be in school and be like, yo, I know somebody who like writes the tightest shit, but I can spit it like really like, you sound lame as fuck, right? Yeah, you have to be the one to like be like, you know, like write it, and like if you could freestyle it, that's even better. You know what I mean? Like, it's a creative process.
It
you know
is.
What I mean?
It's a creative process.
100%.
Some people like argue that saying that ghostwriting is also a part of hip hop history.
I mean, it is.
How do you feel about that?
It is and it isn't. I mean, because like it definitely is, because like you definitely got like the more popish pop stars of like the you know of rap definitely getting like the shit written for them, but like
right.
If like the greats, like the people who are considered like, you know, legendary status, those people aren't like they're not considered like legendary status because of shit somebody else wrote for them. Because like, you know what I mean? Like, Eminem just came out with a freestyle not too long ago, and people going crazy for it because like that shit came off top, and we know he's a lyricist. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that shit goes like crazy, and like I can like and like when you listen to a freestyle, you listen to it for the bars, you listen to like what they're saying, like what's coming out their mouth, and like if you if you can't like you know, if you can't like if you're not saying anything like potent, then like why are you in this for?
Why are you even saying anything at all?
Exactly. So
maybe they should do jazz or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I don't know, they should probably get into some other genre maybe.
Yeah, because it's different with like R&B or pop. Like even like big mega stars like Beyonce, people have wrote songs for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like that's her, but her instrument is her voice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like it's not like hip hop where it's like
your words.
Exactly, your words are like you. You know what I mean? That's 100% you. That's your like that's what you're contributing to the track is your voice, your words. And if you're not writing your words, what are you really doing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're just like a puppet for somebody else. Like who's
Right.
writing that? You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
no doubt, no doubt. Since you mentioned freestyling, how important is freestyling to be a MC to you?
Somewhat important. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to freestyle on tracks. I'm not too crazy about that unless like you're saying it's a freestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's somewhat important. Like I'm not gonna say I'm like the best freestylist. But
Yeah.
I can hold my own. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's
Exactly.
like. I think it definitely comes with the craft. You know what I'm saying? If you can like at some level be able to like freestyle.
Right.
So
I was chopping it up one day with one artist. Shout out to KP. And I was letting him know. I said, because he was like, I don't. He was like, I'm a writer. He was like, I don't necessarily like to freestyle. And I told him, I said, after a while, from you writing a lot, eventually you'll be able to freestyle. Because you're writing and listening to beats. It's still your mind coming up with these words. You're just writing them down and thinking, you know what I mean? So I feel like it comes with it. I feel like eventually if you're a good writer, I feel like you can, possibly be a good freestyler too.
Yeah, 100%. Because like honestly, I come up with my best lines just freestyling in my head, just like listening to beats. Like I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it's a hot line. Let me like write it down. Like I never thought about that. You know what I mean? Like it might be just like hitting the blunt, just like listening to a fucking like beat that somebody else produced, and I like come up with some crazy shit, and like I write it down. It's just like like it's definitely like it definitely helps if you're able to do that. And like you said, you're right. The more you write, the more you're able to like come up with stuff like on the fly. Like it's crazy.
It's like a mind train. It's like you're training your mind to
definitely
do things like that, and I feel like that's dope. So let me ask, have you checked out like any of the like the latest biopics that's been like coming out, like the Straight Outta Compton movie or the Tupac movie?
I'll be real, I haven't, like not really, to be real. Nah. I mean, I feel like I like two like big parts of like hip hop I'm kind of like missing out on, or like Biggie and Tupac. I feel like I need to learn more about them, but but no, not really. I haven't really been up on that.
I just asked because a lot of people that like listen to music like that was like dissatisfied with some of the movies, so that's why I asked, because I was like, I wonder if they made a Wu-Tang movie.
Yeah, I would definitely watch that. Oh yeah, man. Definitely.
Make your evaluation off of that. That's dope though. So let's see, because I know we named a few industry people. Who else in the industry do you check for, like musically?
Oh man, that's hard to, like just relevant now, do you think?
Yeah, I mean just period in general.
Oh man, damn, this is gonna be a long list, but like I said, I love music. Like music first,
too,
you know what I mean? So like I just like
it's hard to come up, even when people say the top 5, it's hard to come up with the top 5.
Yeah, I'd say right now, Chance the Rapper, Childish Gambino is definitely really dope. Joey Badass is dope. Lupe Fiasco, one of my favorite rappers. Charles Hamilton, he put me through like fucking like high school, middle school. Like that was all I like listened to. You know what I mean? Like his music is like a lot more like personal. Like he's like, it's almost like he's like rapping through a therapy session, but like making it dope as possible. You know what I mean? So
what about Kid Cudi? You listen to him at all?
Yeah, definitely. That Kid Cudi's definitely like an influence too. Like his music is like he definitely like puts his whole like soul onto a track. You know what I mean? Like and he like, and like that's also part of, I take a bit of an influence from him too, because like I like to because like some artists these days like to make like sad songs, but like to a trap beat. You know what I mean? Like make it sound like it's a party song, but it's like, I feel like
Black. It's a newer artist named Black. He does that a lot.
Does he? Yeah, I think I heard it like the Six or I think I heard about him. Yeah, there's definitely been like, and I think that's like a really interesting challenge to like try to make like something seem like it's like completely different than what you originally intended it to be. You know what I mean? So I think it takes a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and like I think that's a really cool like challenge to do.
Word. How you felt about the 2017 XXL freshman list?
That's a good question. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I'll say that much. Like, yeah, I don't know if you heard the Playboy Cardi freestyle, but that wasn't too good. I don't know.
Some of this year the freestyles I wasn't feeling them at all. I'm gonna just be honest. If I had to pick who's like I would say was the most that relatable, not even relatable, just the most recepting to me, I would say probably Kyle.
Yeah, I was about to say the same shit.
Word.
Like, yo, Kyle is definitely like 100%. Like he's like, I say he's definitely like, I heard about him like way before the XXL shit. He came to Buffalo like what, like 2014? Yeah, like early on. Like he came to Buffalo early on. And like I heard he was supposed to come this year, but like he canceled because he had to do like a movie or some shit. But like
I think Kyle's pretty dope.
Yeah, he's definitely good. Like he's like just like from the cipher, like his bars are like just crazy. Like he's definitely a lot like very creative, like very he's definitely like all about the lyrics. So that's what I like.
Where how you feel about XXX?
I mean, I'm mixed. I'll say I'm mixed.
Yeah.
I mean, cause like hearing about all the background shit about like him. With the allegations with the with the woman or whatever, I don't know.
And that goes back to what we said. Like, it's not only about the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes like the social life or what they go through and their beliefs and this and that, it kind of affects the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because like I don't know, it's hard to like separate the artist from the art, but it's
From
like
the art. Yep.
I don't know. It's hard to say because like. I'll be real. I wasn't really feeling his new album, to be honest, because like I've heard like better like rock music before or whatever, so like it wasn't really anything that blew me away. I do like his hype shit, like his more hype shit that like I do enjoy. Like it does go kind of hard. He can spit when he wants to, but yeah, he's all right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, thank you for chopping it up with us.
Thanks, man.
We definitely appreciate it. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We signing out. Your boy Dillion XL. Abstrakt Alias.